Hello, 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 everybody. It is that time again where we have Randal. And sorry if it's doing a little thing. I put my arm a little bit farther away. It doesn't look like it's farther away, but I stretched it. But my phone is kind of like making it go. So when I touch the screen, it does this dip-de-doo. But I want to say hello to everybody. Hopefully, so it's not raining. I've had air conditioning all day, and hopefully we're not going to have any power issues because we're not trying to do the haunted house effect. So I'm going to start off. Lee has started us off as always with our table. Takes out the trash, recycles, puts out a variety of finger foods and snacks, places soft drinks and various waters on the table, puts out some white, dark, and milk chocolate fountains, pretzels, marshmallows, and fruits for everyone. Welcome to Mystery of Diamonds. Help yourself. Come on in, grab a snack, and hit that like button on the way to your seat. And specialty trays for the Draglings of cookies and cupcakes. So, Lee, as always, thank you so much for setting us up a wonderful snack table for us. Hello, Mutt Nut. Oh, it's been cool there. You hit, oh, whoa. Well, something did the thing. It's been cool there. It hit 90 with the feel of, yeah. Or no. Oh, hope everybody's staying cool. I was going to say, if you think not, well, I mean, 90 can get pretty sweltering, but yeah, okay. So you're hoping everybody stays cool. Gotcha, girl. Gotcha. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Crafter Shells. How are you doing? Cooler and less humid in Massachusetts. Well, I kind of need to be there because it is humid and hot here, but it's Florida. So, and rains every day. That's what I was saying. I was telling Randall, it rains every day here in summer, whether it's for 5 minutes or 30 minutes. Hello, Laura. Hello, Monica. You're from Florida too, so you know what I'm saying, girl. You know exactly what I'm saying. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? Hello, Kim. Hello, Robin. Hello, Meredith. Susan from Surprise, Arizona. I love that because I would love to just say, I'm from Surprise. Hello, Chris. How are you? 95 feels like 110. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's Florida for you, Lee, right? Yeah, we got it going on. If you want to be hot and wet, like from sweat and humidity, Florida is the place to go. Hello, Bonnie. How are you? Hello, Diamond Art Crafter. Hello, Lisa, Matt, Cat Hair and Chaos. Hello. Hello, Marion. Yukon, Oklahoma, spending time with all the great grands. Oh, that's so sweet. One day, look. I just now got grandkids, so or a grandkid, singular. Oh, and y'all, I've forgotten what full on spit up like is like, and I got to experience that as a GG. I was like, oh no, someone got to come help me. Oh, you had to switch to your phone. Okay. Yeah, Erin, I got you. You're here. Hello, Jana. Hello, Courtney girl. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Diamonds Around the World. Diana, Deborah, Sherilyn, Christy, Stacy, Mandy. from the UK. Yay. We're so glad you're here. Hello, Becky, Melissa. Yes, I'm so glad I have AC. That was miserable. Let's see. Hello, Jen, Marcia. Hugs to you too. Hello, Candace, Auntie Dawn, Brenda, Bernice from Western New York. I want to go to New York so bad. It's not even funny. Hello, Heidi, Marcia, Roxanne. Hello, Christine, Brandy, John, Liana. I hope I said that right, Liana. Maria, hello. Yay, I'm glad you're able to come. You can't stay because you have class, but hey, you can come and join us back for the replay. Just glad you popped in and said, hey. Hello, Kate. Candace. Oh, Candace is 98 in Mississippi. Whew, yeah, hot girl, hot. Heading to St. Augustine. Y'all are in for some hot weather there, yeah. Even in Kansas, you've got excessive heat warnings. Oh, my goodness. Hello, Julie, Victoria, Kathy. Okay, so I am there. If anybody else who comes on after I say hi, I will try my best at some point, but I like watching Randal color 65. Okay, Courtney, I'm jealous. It's 65 degrees there. Oh my Lord. I'd be outside. I don't care rain because then it would still feel amazing. But as you know, we have Randal and we have my bestie. So let's bring them on and see what all we've got. So hold on. Hello, Randal and Kiara.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Good to be back.
Yes.
Week number 4.
Yes.
I know, like, is it just me, or for some reason, anytime we do a Spangler event, I swear it feels like the weeks fly.
They do.
They
do.
fly by.
Yes, yes.
And of course,
I think it's because we're watching Randal draw, and I could watch him draw like all day.
Yes.
All day. I could just sit here and it would never get boring. I could just sit and watch it because it's magical.
and I love watching all of his pieces come to life. All right, so Randal, I'm going to put you on the big thing and
Okay.
let you go. Hold on.
I do have to ask Kara, are those new glasses? I don't recall those.
They're old lady glasses.
Are they?
I can't see to diamond paint without them.
Okay. Well, I think they look wonderful. I didn't recall you wearing them before, but they look great.
Thank you.
They definitely do not look like an old lady.
Oh, okay.
Hello, everybody, and thanks for being here, and especially over in Great Britain where it's the middle of the night. Thank you for waking up for this. As you can see, and I do have questions I'm going to be asking people. I'm trying to figure out my background here, and I've got a variety of ideas, so I'm going to be asking questions about that.
They will be happy to help you out.
I know, and it's helped me tremendously. The bird, you see, my bird is, of course, not done, but much better than it was last week because I came up with 2 photos that 2 different people sent. Both of them helped. One of them was almost exactly this position, which I don't know how she found one in that position. But that one has really helped with the outline. The other one has helped a lot with shading and various things too. So I usually like to look at a variety of pieces, but thank you so much for that because that has helped tremendously.
I'm telling you, this group, if you say, hey, I could use a reference picture, and you tell them whatever position you want, I guarantee you within just a few minutes, these people are like, they got it.
I'm sure they're much better at researching and pulling things up than I am. Anyone is better than that. A 3-year-old would be better than I am. And I want to, before it get too far in, I want to say hello to Leslie and Emily. I know they're supposed to be watching tonight. And again, coloring books on the website, randalspangler.com. And I do this every time because you never know who's going to watch and when they're going to watch and if they've watched before. So I just like to throw out all the books and things. Plus, my website is full of my artwork, matted, unmatted, framed, however you'd like. The books, bedtime story, ABC, counting books. And as we're starting to get closer to Christmas, less than 6 months now anyway, something to think about. I've been buying Christmas presents already. And I like to stash them away if I can remember where I stashed them.
So, every time I go to a craft store, it's funny because right now they should start having out some Halloween and Thanksgiving decorations. But I swear you barely get into October and you're like, okay, it's spooky season now. It's Halloween. But then all of a sudden you start seeing the Christmas and you're like, really?
Yeah. I agree. It's a little fast, but anyway, so I am going to switch the camera around here. Okay. Again, as we said last week, they changed the buttons.
Oh, I think he hit the wrong button. He will be back. He will be back. Let me put Kara on the stage or she's on the stage. I just got to change the layout. And then when I see that, okay, He's back.
Okay.
Hold on.
Wrong button.
That was the wrong button.
Let's try this one. If I disappear again, no, I think this is the right one here. You know, they changed the buttons, and I know they're trying to improve things. I really think it's people in technology just trying to keep their jobs, is what it is. So they have to. It works
They can
perfectly.
tell
but
us
let's
what to do.
change it.
I think they lie awake at night and go, "What? They finally have figured it
Yes,
all out. They figured everything out. Let's change it."
exactly. Yeah. And why is it look upside down? Oh,
There we go. Oh, there we go. It's got it. Oh, look at them.
So I'll kind of go over, even though, you know, you look at it, there's not a big dramatic difference in what you see from last week, but I really have put a lot of time into it. If you look at the individual things, such as the Brussels sprouts, you know, their shape, they've got detail going on with them, they've got shading, the corn husks behind it. Remember, this was leaf lettuce last week. Everyone voted for broccoli, so it has turned into broccoli.
No.
And I don't know how close up you can see things, but not only did I do broccoli, I do all these little dots, you know, like the little, I
The
don't know
little
what you call it,
florets.
the little florets on the end of them, and then different colors of them and different shades, and then little circles around each of them to make them stand out, and then little highlights. So there's a lot of detail that goes into this, even though I don't cover a big area. It just takes so much time to sit there and draw the little circles around all the little florets. And then I've darkened in a little more in the background in the basket here. As you can see, I've gotten more done on the bird now that I have a bird to reference. And then I've done more shading, like on the stem here of this. I don't know if this would be considered a pumpkin or a squash, because it's kind of not a real yellow pumpkin. It could be a squash of some sort. And more shading on all of the pieces here. Even the artichoke over here has more shading to it. And last week I got a lot more on the mouse to give him a lot more personality, and got some little whiskers on him. And so there's been, and then even the pumpkin back here, a lot more on the shading and such. So even though I don't cover a big area, that's what it takes to make this thing come alive. And as you can see, it's getting a lot more definition, and depth is beginning to be created here. So my big question is going to be the background. I've kind of been bewildered on it the whole time I've been working on it, but it's time to start figuring it out. You can see I started with some vines and some leaves laying around as part of the cornucopia. I'll probably have that sticking up there. One thought was just to put more leaves in, coming in from the edges, and just kind of make it a little dark back in here behind it. Another thought would be to have the cornucopia, say, indoors in a kitchen, where I might have, say, kitchen cabinets, a bit of shelving, maybe with, you know, and this would all be kind of subtle in the background, but maybe a teapot, teacups, dishes, things like that. Another thought would be to have maybe a teapot and teacups, but also have some books back here, just kind of sticking up. And that's probably not the pencil I'm thinking of. Or these one.
I know one person did make a suggestion a little bit earlier when you said that you were thinking about getting some help. I was trying to see. I know it was Lee. I was looking for Lee. He said out a window with fall leaves on the trees.
Ah, yes.
That's what I was thinking too. And maybe I'm just throwing this out there. I am not an artist and I do not know what this would entail, and you might not be able to do it. But since the bird is there on the cornucopia, maybe make the window open a little bit, like the bird flew in.
Oh, yeah. Say, why is the bird in the house?
The bird flew in through the window with the fall stuff in the back.
Yeah. I think
I don't know if that'd be too much for the you're the expert.
Well, I think that's actually a good idea, because it would explain why the bird is there. But
And
Sometimes I think,
if you did the window, someone said shelves with books and knickknacks. Like if the window were up higher, it could be like right up underneath like a bookshelf or something.
mm-hmm, yeah, yeah.
I just
Yeah,
want
that would be good. I was kind of thinking, as you've been talking here and thinking about this, I'm not sure how in the area I get, because the top of the picture, even though I've got a lot of space up here on my board I'm working on, I'm probably going to end the picture somewhere up in this area. So this up here will just be unused space on the paper
okay.
because of the composition of the piece. Since this is the main part of it, I just feel like if I have too much stuff up behind it, it's going to kind of throw the whole thing off balance a bit.
Gotcha.
But so I don't know if there'd be enough room to show a window open or be able to indicate that it's open, but having a window there, it doesn't mean it's not open or something, So that probably makes a lot of sense to have like the window open and then the fall leaves and trees. I did something a bit like that on the other Thanksgiving piece I did a few years ago, Turkey for Thanksgiving, where I believe I had a window in the background with fall trees. It might be fun to have a window in the center with some of the fall leaves, and then on the sides, possibly have some books in the background. And the
Yeah.
books would not be real large because of the scale of things, kind of slowly. I'm kind of scribbling all over here and slowly drawing in little books and things. They might be on a shelf. There could be a few books over here. I just love books in the background of the pictures.
So, like some other suggestions that people have made, Marion had said, yeah, the window flanked by the bookcases on the side.
Uh-huh.
Christine was like, it's Thanksgiving. Outside the window, I see Eldar and Rupert playing football.
Oh.
And then Susan said wallpaper. Kate said dining table with china place setting. Cheryl said, what if you had a wallpaper effect with more leaves on it, like as the wallpaper?
That would be interesting. I think it'd be a beautiful wallpaper. I think because I've drawn some real leaves and stuff going to be floating around here, I think it might be a little confusing when you look at it going, well, where's
Right.
the real leaves and the wallpaper? And if I have a window, it might be a little confusing, but that's a neat idea though. Okay, so kind of definitely going for a window here of some sort. But see, if this is the part of the window, then the idea of too much going on outside, like, if anyone was out there or any other dragons or anything, they would kind of be covered by the cornucopia, actually, because I feel like they'd probably be, the ground level would be way down here somewhere, compared to, so this would probably be more sky and some trees. So, and then possibly some books. I see quite a few people seem to like the idea of some books. Okay.
Someone even said a dragon family cookbook.
Oh yes, yes. And I don't know if anyone, and it's been quite a while since we've talked about this. I know I brought it up in other events that at one point I did have a Cooking for Your Dragon cookbook. And this has been probably 20 years ago or something. And if you Google it, you might come up with one on eBay. It's possible.
I like the idea of open cabinet shelving with the teacups and the teapots. So that's I like that idea.
Yeah, and as you can see, I like to roughly sketch. I'm starting to just roughly sketch in books, but now that I look at it and look at the scale, I think I've got my books too big. I think the books need to be, if I put shelving back here, there probably needs to be smaller books, which would allow for, just because they're books doesn't mean they can't be cookbooks.
Right.
Allow for teapots and cups. They would be just kind of sticking up in the background here somehow.
Because
And
it's Thanksgiving. We need all the cookbooks.
Oh
well,
yeah.
yes. And
Sometimes multiple ones just for one meal.
right. Uh, and I'm glad everyone has cookbooks because I don't cook. I just eat what everyone else cooks. Okay, so this side over here. Okay, that gives me some good ideas. I could kind of layer it. Get some, tops of a teapot here. The problem I run into when I draw things, it's like, oh, if it's a teapot, I'd love it to have a wonderful little spout. But when you're in a little area and so tight, it's very difficult to get the spout in there unless it's coming straight towards you, and then it's kind of awkward looking. But I still could put in like a top of a teapot and maybe some cups, and then behind it some shelves, maybe with teacups on the shelves too, and some books. Okay,
That'd be cute.
so we're going for books, teacups, and a window. I think the window will be the main thing in the background here, right in the center.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll kind of tie in the bird and the outdoors and such. So
And then with that, talking about like the outside, will that help with the color contrast to the cornucopia?
yes, because I'll probably get my blues and such going here with the fall leaves, and when I do these things in the background, it sounds like it's going to be real busy and a lot of things going on, but they're going to be very subdued. The colors won't be as bright as the colors in the foreground here, and there won't be as much contrast to them, which will kind of set them back into the background a bit. Excuse me.
Cheryl was
Oh.
suggesting a copper colored teapot would be nice.
Yes. Love copper.
Copper would be nice. Um,
It reminds me of the older fashioned ones, that
Yeah.
used to have like the little wire with the little ceramic holder, but it was a copper teapot.
Copper cookware is very popular right now.
yes.
You see it all over the place at Williams Sonoma. Copper cookware is again, it's just kind of come back. Everything old is new again.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I have a friend here in Kansas City that just redid her whole kitchen and everything, and she's got the copper pots hanging from the pot rack, and she even found in a hearth room. She's got a nice place with a kitchen and a hearth room all combined there, and her coffee table in her hearth room is metal. It's copper metal. It's almost like a large drum. It's really a unique, unusual piece. But she does love the copper. Okay, so today I'm kind of, I'm going to get a little more blue up here because this is going to be a bluebird up here in the background.
Bird, it's so cute, peeking down. Like, what is?
Yes.
It almost is like he's thinking, okay, what could I possibly nab as a snack?
Oh yes. Little birds, they'll just pick at about anything there. Little chunk of broccoli, or he might even want a little crumb from a chocolate chip cookie too.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So now this area underneath, the bluebirds have a little bit of an orangish breast that kind of goes up here a bit. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, before I drew the bird, I kind of left a big blank spot here. So after I kind of get the bird in there and I know where the edges of the bird are, then I need to go in and fill up the background right up to the edge of the bird. So it'll look like he's actually sitting there. And since that's the top edge of the bird, I want this pretty dark right behind the top of his head. And before he's done, I will highlight his head more along these edges, which will kind of make his head come more forward. And also underneath here, under the beak, you can see this area is just kind of undefined. So this area, I will kind of add some definition here and finish off the cornucopia back here. Here we go. So I hope everyone's enjoying working on whatever they're working on. Diamond paintings, coloring books, cross stitch.
I think they are. You can never go wrong working on a Spangler.
No, they make you happy. I finished mine last week. So
Finished.
it only took, oh, I don't know, from November.
That would be last year.
Mm-hmm.
Till.
Just a little bit of time.
You know what?
But that's okay.
All works in progress, Brandy. We're all works in progress.
Well, as you can see, I am too. You know, I mean, I do the exact same thing because I started this back in March at the end of the last live, and then am now just getting back to it. And as you can tell, I probably am not going to have it totally finished, but it's going to be very close, so I can finish it shortly after. So what I'm doing now in these darker areas, even though they're brown tones back here, I'm actually using an indigo blue on top because it's a contrasting color. That indigo blue kind of mixed with the dark brown. It doesn't take it to black. It just takes it very dark back into the background here. It's a good way to get very dark areas in some of these places back here. So you can see now that we're getting some definition here underneath the edge of the bird where it was kind of just a blob of nothing. And you can see here's the edge of the cornucopia. If I go along it with this dark blue, it just kind of makes it more defined. It makes it pop out a little more. So there we go. And then after I get it all done with the bird, I mean, the bird drawn in and everything, I'll probably take some watercolor and do a little bit of shading on the edge of the cornucopia right under the bird. So, because he'll be casting a shadow there. So it's a little bit of a challenge. Now, see, birds aren't, I don't draw birds very often. So I kind of play with them and just take it very, very slowly just to make sure I'm kind of doing the right thing. Now, if this was Richard Lorenz, he would be just going right at it because he draws birds all the time. All those intricate feathers, and of course his are fun with fun faces and heads and everything.
Someone suggested, because we have quite a few people that are working on counting with the Draglings.
Oh, yes.
And someone says, now we need an alphabet paint.
Oh. Okay, that would mean every letter of the alphabet. Oh, my.
That's 26.
Yes. I had 1 through 12 with the...
Get right on that, okay?
Yeah.
No problem. No.
Well, you know, if I could do one a day, it would only take 26 days, but got a feeling it wouldn't work out that way.
You know how huge that diamond painting would be? Oh my Lord.
That'd have to be very wide.
Well, they'd have to be very simplified, such as focus in on like the head of a dragon holding a letter or something, kind of like I did with the number book, counting book, rather than the whole dragling, you know, with a number. That would be a lot more detail, and yes, the images would have to be huge. So get a little more of his orange underneath there. And you see, I have started drawing his legs in there also. And, you know, from the photo, the legs look a little, what would I say, kind of a grayish tones. And so they kind of need, I kind of did a dark outline on the legs. And they got little claws. So I'm going to go along with a light color here. And add just a little bit of highlighting to the foot up there. And over here, the foot sticking down, I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting on it.
Kirsty has a cute idea. She says maybe a classroom setting with a chalkboard with the letters.
Oh, and put Well, that's interesting thought. Would be put all of the letters into one piece. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. I was thinking of doing it similar to what we did with the numbers and have each letter a separate piece. But interesting thought.
Like
That's why I love to hear these ideas. This is great.
primary teachers have their letters above, a lot of times above their chalkboard.
Yes.
You know.
Do they still do that?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay. I mean, I remember that, and this was like pioneer days when I was in school and they did that. But I thought maybe they'd gone past that by now.
In the DNA of teachers, you got got room above your chalkboard. Letters go up there.
I'm surprised it's not one of those lighted LED boards that the letters keep moving across it or something.
They're maybe going to that, but.
Yeah, no, I think even in the classrooms I've seen, it's the same. Like they almost look the same. They have like the letters, and then there's like some sort of item that starts with that letter that's like on the picture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's kindergarten and first grade, and then I don't remember what I was a fourth grade teacher, so I don't remember what I had above my chalkboard, except for I went out and I bought a no hunting sign. I put it up, and of course the kids were like, what in the world? It's the first day of school. Somebody would invariably notice it and ask what it was, and I would stop and I would say, I have this up for a reason. And I said, the reason why I have this no hunting sign up in my classroom is we are not hunting in this classroom. We are finding each other. We're finding our strengths. We're finding what we're all gifted at. There's no hunting in the classroom. So,
oh, that is so
nice.
cute.
Yes.
It was interesting and it was somebody every single year would find it and go, why do you have a no hunting sign? Not doing that.
People are giving you other ideas. Someone said a school bus, and someone said, yeah, Eldar could drive the bus. Courtney says for this one that you're working on, she likes the idea of the woodlands in the background in that window with lots of fall leaves falling down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cute.
Yeah.
And then Muttnut says, have all the letters hidden around the classroom and the Draglings looking for the letters.
Okay.
Or Pamela says, have a set of stairs with the letters amongst the dragons on the stairs.
Some
interesting ideas.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so you can see now how the bird, I add a little bit of highlighting here with a very pale blue. He's probably not as blue as I want him yet. It's not quite there yet. I keep going back and back and back to it. But you see how it's already changed just in the time I've been working on it here, and how his head is kind of popping out from the background there.
Oh, yeah. He's got a lot more dimension to him.
Yes, he does. He does. And I don't know if I would have accomplished that if I hadn't had that wonderful photograph someone came up with. So
I love how helpful everybody is. But like people say, you suggested, and I'm telling you, this group is so amazing. They'll be like, I can help you with that.
Well, I love hearing all the ideas, whether I use them or not. I found that, when I hear people tell me ideas, it just kind of, it gets your mind going. And if you don't use that exact idea, then your mind kind of thinks of something else it wouldn't have thought of. And you follow the path and follow the flow of ideas. And then you end up with something that works. So I'm going to stop on the bird for the moment because I'm really, really happy the way it's coming out. He looks like he's actually hanging in there. I'm going to, there'll be a little more definition around here and there, but, and the colors will be a little bluer. I'm going to jump back down here to the pilgrim's hat. And, oh gosh, if I could remember, I remember someone had suggested, why didn't I put the pilgrim's hat on? This will be Dewey. on Dagmar. Why didn't I do that? I didn't think of it. I didn't think of it until I had the whole head all drawn in and the background behind it. And I wish I would have, because that would have been just perfect. I've considered the idea of taking my opaque paints, because it was be pretty much white with shading and stuff on it, and put it on there, but it would have to, it would cover a big area here. There would be a lot of things that would have to be covered by it. And it would be a bit of a challenge to cover this much and make it look right. So as I was looking up Pilgrim's hats today, I was looking for what color is the band on Pilgrim's hats, and I saw a variety of colors. Some were black, some were, some of the more current ones that were used more for Thanksgiving holidays, probably more newer decorative designs, had orange bands, but I didn't want that because of the background color. But I did see some brown bands on them. So that's why I've gone with the brown. I just feel like that color kind of works. And I didn't especially want them black, because then it wouldn't look like it's got the little band around it.
That's where I remember the brown bands from, like, there's this movie that I used to watch, and they had the little pilgrim hats, and I swear they had the little brown bands too.
And I did look up, again, when I read things, it's like, oh, that's really interesting. But then, a few hours later, I go, I remember reading it, but what were the details of what I read? And there was an explanation of why they had the buckle on the hat. And, I do think it was, the idea was to keep you from getting too big of a head about, I guess, thinking, obviously your heads aren't going to keep growing, but I guess maybe it was maybe a religious significance, or just something that, like, don't get too big of a head.
Oh, that's cute.
Something like that. I think you probably should look it up to get the true definition. I'm sure mine is not accurate, but something along that line. I thought, that was kind of interesting. I had no idea that it actually meant anything.
Julie has this really cute suggestion, and of course, when I see this one, it kind of reminds me of, like, what would be cute for, like, Teacher Appreciation Week.
Mm-hmm.
Dewey and Dagmar could be the teachers, and they could be little teacup draglings sitting in desks in the classroom.
Oh, yes. Well, that would be kind of cute. And interesting. The desk, they could actually be sitting in little teacups too.
Oh my gosh, that would be so cute.
That is
They're little teacup draglings.
yeah, that would be kind of a neat idea. So, as you can see, I'm getting I just spend so much time just making a few little strokes here and a few little strokes there, just to get it just right. And then I put my pencil down and go on to something else, and then look back at it and go, no, not quite there yet. So, okay. I think that that is getting there. I have not, as you can see, I have not tackled the grapes yet. I'm just going to have to sit down and focus on the grapes to get that bloom, as it's called, the frosted look on the grapes, to make it look real. But a lot of the items, the apples, the pumpkins, broccoli, pomegranate, and things, even the chocolate squares here and the cookies are all looking good. And today, you may have noticed also, Dagmar is offering to share a chocolate chip. She had her hand out all this time, and just today I had thought, I'm going to put a chocolate chip in her hand.
Aww.
With Dewey.
Someone asked earlier if she was going to have little eyelashes.
Oh, yes. In fact, I'm glad you reminded me, because that's something I want to do tonight, is put little eyelashes on her. Yes.
I love that she's offering him a chocolate chip. Here you go. Yes. That's so sweet. Friendsgiving.
Yes. Well, that's kind of part of the storyline of the Draglings, because in Omelandia, where the Draglings come from, they don't have chocolate there. So that's why the Draglings like to come through mirrors into our world. So they can kind of find the chocolate chips, and they especially like them in cookies. Um, and But one of the things is they cannot take chocolate back through the mirrors into Omelandia because it will. I'm not quite sure what the word would be, but it will just kind of disappear or disintegrate or something like that. It just doesn't exist over there. So when they find chocolate, what they have to do, or they have to, I'm thinking as I'm talking here, that's why I'm mumbling, stumbling over my words. But anyway, they have to share it because obviously there's so much chocolate, and one Dragling cannot eat all the chocolate. So they have to share it. And now I do kind of remember, I'm thinking back of what I originally thought 20, 30 years ago. So that's why I'm kind of stumbling over what my thoughts are. I hadn't thought about this in quite a while, that if they do take chocolate back to Omelandia, it will last a very short time before it disappears. So therefore, once they get it there, they have to share it with everyone as fast as they can. So everyone can have chocolate.
Oh,
So, anyway.
that is so cute.
Okay. Now we were heading for eyelashes. So eyelashes. Black, that's where the black colored pencil comes in. Very nice and sharp. And I believe that an eyelash right there would be good. And she has 2 eyelashes. It doesn't take very many. Get a little thicker at the bottom. There we go. And then these over here. When I was trying to figure out how to differentiate the little boy and the little girl, I thought about the only thing I could come up with were little eyelashes, and they just kind of do the job.
They just give her such a cute little look.
They do. They do. See, there she goes. Makes such a difference. It's kind of like the whiskers on the mouse. It just makes a difference. So, now my chocolate chip here is not. I'm going to I reach around here to my pencil sharpener. It's on my left, so I have to reach across the camera and the painting to sharpen things. Now this item here, this is my blender, a blending pencil, and you can sharpen it down a very small point also, which is really nice. So I want to blend this browns I have here on the chocolate chip and just kind of smooth it out. And it's also nice to go in on, kind of want to get the color that's on it off, on the eyes and things. You can just kind of blend little areas that you want to just look, you want them to look smooth and sharp and just perfect. Whereas, other areas like the surface of an apple, I wouldn't want to blend that because the grain of the paper kind of adds to the actual look and feel of the skin of an apple. And same with some of the other vegetables and things. So I just kind of use the blending pencil in a few spots.
I never really thought about the paper helping with some of that texture.
Oh, it really does. It really does. And especially if you're doing books, when I'm drawing my books and things, book covers. A lot of my book covers are, leather, so they've got a texture to them already. So the texture of the paper really comes through and adds to the look of it. Makes it a little more realistic. So I'm going into a darker brown. I feel like the chocolate chip needs a little darker edge on it to make it stand out a little more from the background.
Courtney has a question for you. She said, she doesn't know if she's asked this before, but do you use other blending agents like Gamsol much?
I have never tried anything else. No. I probably should. But I find things that work and I just kind of stick with it. But no, I've never tried that. I know people have tried solvents of different types. Like, I don't know if it'd be like even a bit of a turpentine or acetone or various things. But I,
See, I didn't know any of that existed. I always thought it was just these things called blending stumps, but maybe that's only for charcoal. I don't know.
well, because these colored pencils are wax, kind of a wax base anyway. Um, Anything that will kind of melt wax and blend it could work as a blending agent. And I've never tried it because one of the things I have an issue with any chemical smells, even a tiny little bit of a like an acetone or anything like that. That just I just have a terrible reaction to such things. So that's probably one reason I have avoided even trying things like that. And I'm sure it would be kind of fun just to kind of make them work and see what happens. Um,
Oh, I definitely understand about the acetone smell because I make nails, and so the nail polish acetone's kind of just a part of the process.
yes.
I've had to open the windows before though, because whoo.
Yes. I always wonder how people in nail salons survive the smells sometimes. Just overwhelm me. But I remember when I was much younger, I could handle the smells of spray paint and petroleum distillates and stuff like that. And somewhere along the line, I don't know if I overdid it or whatever, but I just became extremely sensitive to them. Swear anymore. Just a slight whiff of such things just really set me off. So anyway, so as you can see, getting his hand in there with the chocolate chip, get some nice shading on the chocolate chip. Did a little more shading on her hand. So it's just these little things, and that's, like I say, I like to just jump around from one thing to another. Now, looking up on top here, I was thinking the highlighting on the top of this pumpkin is kind of blending in a lot with the highlighting on the top of her head. So I'm going to make it a little bit oranger up here on the top. But some of that's a lot of the finishing touches I do on these pieces, just going over and over and over. The other thing I have not figured is the base that all of this is on. My original thought was just make it wood, kind of like it was a wood tabletop down here. That's kind of what I'm thinking I'm probably going to go with. I had thought of sometimes I will put in a bit of a tablecloth coming across and such. But I kind of feel like this is such a busy piece. I think
Planks? Like the wooden tables that have like the planks you're talking about, or
it would probably have some sort of a wood grain or something to it. Yes.
oh, okay.
Yes. So it would look like wood, and of course there'll be shading, lights and dark areas. There'll be shadows right underneath the objects sitting on the wood and such. Excuse me. So next, I can't believe we're almost 10 till. Wow.
I know. Like
That's
it always flies by. Courtney said she wanted to let you know Gamasol is amazing for getting a lot of pigment spread for large spaces or softer background looks, but it is so messy and it is very smelly.
Okay. Well, I probably won't be trying it. It sounds great, but I probably won't be trying it. That's one reason I don't do oil paints either, because of the smells of such. I used to, but many years ago. So I think the next thing, now I'm going to, and I'll probably pull up reference photos here, or actually I have bottles around the house. I originally put in a couple bottles here, and I'm going to have cork stoppers in the top of them. So I'm going to pull up probably a brown or greenish brown, and then more of an olive, a green bottle of some sort to put back here.
Thank you guys for reminding me of the time. Sarah says she likes the wooden tabletop because it wouldn't distract from the focal image. And Chris said you could do a marble style tabletop, grays and silvers, to make the rest stand out.
Oh, well, I hadn't thought of marble. I never had a marble countertop or anything, so it's just something that didn't enter my mind. That's an interesting thought. I think what I'll probably do is just pull up some countertops and such, and
So
see what kind
I
of
will
look.
tell you that as far as the giveaway, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 things to give away.
Okay.
You still there with us, Kara? Kara? Did we lose Kara? Hold on, let me. Oh, I think we lost Kara. Okay. I would text her, but I can't. I want something might have come up though, because she's got some family and everything, so I can totally understand that. I just don't have a way because I'm filming. I'm live on my phone. Oh, it keeps kicking her out. Someone I don't know why it's kicking her out. Uh let me you keep talking. I'm gonna try to
Okay.
reach her through Messenger.
All right. Yeah, go ahead. I'm just back to got my dark green, and I'm kind of pushing my lights and darks, making my darker areas a little darker. The darker I get it back here on these back edges, the more dimension and the more roundness it makes the artichoke feel. And this here, I figured this was probably a grape leaf sticking up here, even though it's maybe not be totally accurate for a grape leaf, but it's probably similar enough. And get a little more going there with it. And another thing sticking up here that I could work on just a little bit. My little mouse's tail. It's kind of sticking up here all by itself, but it needs to stand out a little bit more. So I'm gonna take a darker gray and go around the edge of it here. Again, these things, it's not the most exciting thing to watch, not covering big areas or doing anything terribly exciting, but this is what it takes to make the piece really come together and really finish. And I always love doing all the tiny little details. I get my pencils as sharp as I can and just tiny little bits of shading to kind of, like even there on the back of the ear, just a little more shading there kind of sets that ear back on the other side of his head just a little bit. So that's the kind of things that I like to do. One of the other things I could do here would be mix a little bit of, jump back over to my paint and add a little highlighting to the scales on the Draglings. And just have to get my paint. I'm leaning over here getting paint on my brush right now. In fact, that just reminded me. I think things I need to do is get the little warts on the cheeks of the Draglings. So this is Dagmar. She will have 4. So as this dries, you can see this is fairly bright, but as this dries, it will become a little darker and a little softer. And Dewey, he has 4 little warts on his cheek. It goes along with the little balls on the end of the tail. He has 5 over here. Okay, and then after that dries, I will go in with my colored pencils and add a little bit of shading under each one. And then I hit a little more, since I have this nice light color in my brush, I like to go over to areas and just highlight other parts of the Dragling. Just a little bit more.
So she thinks that it could be on her end, but I think she's still in the chat with us. But I'm going to ask her if I still go ahead and do the giveaway.
Okay, so I just keep adding a little more highlights here and there, especially on the characters here. Kind of makes them pop from the background.
Someone said something about a little pink highlight to the mouse's tail.
Oh, on the tip of the tail, they do, they do kind of get a little pink. Been a long time since I've been around little mice. But now that you mention that, I kind of remember that. That's a good thought. I will.
I'm trying to think. My brain is okay. She says to go ahead and do the giveaway. Okay. I think I want to say, like, I've gone to pet stores and I don't think I paid much attention when I had mice in the house. I don't think I paid much attention to their tails. I was just like, get them out, get them out, get them out.
Really?
They're trying to eat my paintings. Okay, so Kara said to go ahead and do the giveaway. So
Okay.
we, like I said, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 because I had forgotten to do a DP with sparklers because they had given us 4 weekly prizes, and so I did not do one on week 1. So week 2 we did 1. So I'm going to be doing 2 of those. We have the $10 Diamond Design Company gift card, the $15 gift card for Crosspirations, and the $50 gift card with DAC, the biggie. And then so that's So let me tell you our numbers. We have 181.
Okay. 181. Okay, let's do 175.
175. 175 is Jody. Oh, and this is for the first DP with Sparklers $15 gift card. I meant to say that. Jody Camajo. I know I always say her last name wrong. Jody, I love you. You know, and I always say it wrong. So Jody Macajo. Sorry. Yeah, I cannot say the last name. It's Kamahao because I cannot seem to say it right, and I apologize, Jody. I love you to death. So you want
Congratulations, Jody.
to DP with sparklers.
Okay, ready for another?
Hold on 1 second. Let me copy this real quick. Put it with my winner name. Okay. Yes, Jody is in Hawaii, and I can just never say her name. So congratulations. Okay, so yes, we are ready for the next one.
Okay, I'm going to jump all the way back up to the top, number 181.
Okay, so 181. Is that what you said, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is for the $15 Craftspirations. And so 181, I gotta go back to is Dina King. Dina King.
Congratulations, Dina.
Congratulations. That is the Craftspirations.
See, I'm getting little shadows underneath the little hearts on their cheeks now. Okay, you need another number.
Yep, hold on, let me put this down.
Okay.
Okay, so this next one is going to be for the $10 Diamond Design Company.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 132.
132. Okay, that is, and I think this person is in the chat. That is Bobby Reynolds. Woohoo!
Hey, congratulations, Bobby.
Let me copy that down. And put it in here. Bobby's in the chat. I could have swore that I saw. I'm just checking real quick to see if anybody is in the. It's Jody or because I could have swore I saw Bobby earlier, but I'm. Oh, Bobby is in the chat! Yay! Congratulations. Okay, so this next gift, the next gift card is a $15 gift card with DP with sparklers.
Okay, 93.
93. Yeah. 93 is Monica Trull or Trull, Trull.
Congratulations, Monica.
Congratulations. Let me type that out.
In case you're wondering how I pick numbers, I have absolutely no plan, no scheme to it at all. I don't know. I just try to cover the range of numbers and pick a number.
There you go.
I don't
And
have
we
any list of people in front of me
appreciate.
or anything. Yeah. It's all
Let's see. I was looking at something real quick. Sorry. Okay, and so our final prize tonight is the $50 gift card to Diamond Art Club, which we are very grateful that they sponsor us.
okay. I'm going down to number 27.
27. Oh, no, Brady, that's the wrong button. Do not press that button. You said 27?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 27 is Gwendolyn Dales. Gwendolyn Dales. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Gwendolyn. $50 gift certificate is always a wonderful thing to win.
Oh, yes, especially DAC. Whoo, yes.
And we've got a couple really good grand prizes this year for the final.
Oh, I know. I'm so excited for that. So, we've still got prizes for because the next let's see, we'll be. I've got to look at my calendar. So we will be live on the 28th, and we will be doing the. I do have prizes set aside for week 4, and then on August the 4th, we'll do the grand prize giveaway, and that'll be for all the grand prize stuff. So I'm back here. So, guys, first off, thank you for sticking with us and everything. And congratulations to all of the winners. I will make sure that I get you, I'll go look up on the spreadsheet and get your email addresses and get you the information sent to you. And I will send out those that I need to send out to. So I thank y'all all for coming and hanging out with us and watching. We just love watching Randal create. And
There we go.
We keep going. We
Back
can't
again.
wait for that one. That's got to be the next Thanksgiving one that hopefully they will put out. I know that people are like, they can't wait to see first responders come out as well. First responder, I think.
Yes. I'm not sure when they're doing it, but it will be coming.
You have done so much on this one. Oh, it just looks
It's
good.
really getting some dimension and depth going to it, that is really what I'm working on here. So, and thank you so much for all the help on the background. I have a direction to go in now, and I'll just draw out things and see how they work and get it going.
Well, we always love the fact that you enjoy the input. Because they love helping, and I am so grateful that you do that. So, guys, thank you guys so much for another week. Kara, thank you. I hate that the thing messed it up, but thank you as always for keeping me sane and just being my bestie. Thank you so much, Randal, for giving up your time to come on these lives and to work with us and show us what all you're doing and everything. It means so much.
I would be sitting here drawing anyway. I'm just thrilled that anybody is interested enough to want to see what I'm doing.
Well, I mean, like I said, I finished mine last week and I'm already like, you know what? I need to get up another one. I need to start another one. And every one that I see working on theirs, I'm like, oh, that one would be cute to work on. Oh, but then that one, that's my problem. If I were to kit up every one that I want, well, there would just be too many kitted up at once. But thank you guys always for hanging out with us. And the week 4 post is up. It just in case I did put it on the post, but it will close on Sunday, which is Sunday the 27th at 10, and then I will put up on the 28th. I will put up the final post for final things, and I'll add that for the grand prize. So thank you guys so much. I hope that y'all have a wonderful start to the week.
Yes.
This is one of the reasons I like this, is because Monday sometimes can be bleh, as Garfield says, but this always gives us something to be like, you know what, we're ending Monday on a good thing and starting the week. So thank you guys for joining us. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. Until the next time, I got to say what I always say, right? Reach for the stars, grab hold on, and never let go. Until the next live. Bye, guys.